Hey ladies and gentlemen, it is I, once again, Alistair, the Iron Box, Master of Gentleman's Combat. I don't know whether or not I've fought between now and the between the last time you've seen one of these and whether or not I've uploaded this. So still, Australia's number 12 featherweight in the world's most pointless series of rankings. Here we have for you another old school classic MMA revival, not quite as old as my last one. It is Pancrase, Yes We Are Hybrid Wrestlers 2. Almost my favourite of the Yes We Are Hybrid Wrestlers series. 1 was pretty good, 2's pretty great. You know what, the whole Yes We Are Hybrid Wrestlers series is fucking awesome. You should just watch it. If you can find it on YouTube, go ahead. Quite a few of the fights are on Pancrase's channel. If you can't, you can find it on Fight Pass, but you do have to search for the individual... It's not all gathered up in one event, you have to search for the individual fight names. Here we have walking to the ring, weird gym golem troll goblin thing, Joep van der Ven. He is a Dutch kickboxer, cornered by Glovis Dupree, who was Bas Rutten's manager. And he also made appearances in rings, and he is well ahead of the game in shitty MMA tattoos. He's also wearing a off-white wife beater singlet, which makes him look super legit. He is fighting our favorite shredded jobber, Katsuomi, excuse me, a little burp there, Katsuomi Inagaki, who is coming off his loss against Minoru Suzuki, where he got choked out because he's got way too much Budo. Reading interviews with Katsuomi Inagaki, he appeared to go into the ring ready to die. So there you go. That is a man who took his job very seriously. He wasn't going to be selling real estate on the side. He was always going to be a Pancrase boy, and has one hell of a cauliflower ear on the left side. Nice baby boy blue trunks and shin guards for him.
本日の第1試合30分一本勝負を行います。青コーナー198パウンド、ヨープ・ファンダム。
Joep van der Ven. Man with mullet, muscular but not in a shredded way, basically looks like a goblin that would sell you steroids out of the back of a gym. Katsuomi Inagaki, not as shredded as he would be in his later career when he got on the Ken Shamrock diet, but still pretty lean. Checking Joep, see whether or not he's got any razor blades behind his ears, or whether or not he's hidden a set of brass knuckles in his mullet. And he's doing better than most Dutch kickboxers. He's got the normal shin guards. The ref's telling him he can't knee because he's not wearing knee pads. Quite a few of the early kickboxers that came through had shin guards, the ones with the bare calf, and would just tape the shit out of them. And I don't know what that is, but I really hate that look. It is just super ugly. You should get shin guards that are like big socks. In fact, the only 2 pairs of shin guards I've ever bought... Oh, nice palm strike from Joep van der Ven here, and he's trying to... Oh, another palm strike, dropping Inagaki on his ass, but for some reason not called it down. I think the ref understood that it was more a slip than anything. And he's really having a go at Inagaki's head. Double unders from Joep. Going for that palm strike again. Another palm strike. This locker room goblin can throw hands, so I believe he is indeed a Dutch kickboxer. Good low kick from Inagaki, and Inagaki just check blocked him with an elbow there, the cheeky fuck. Headlock from Joep van der Ven, and a nice Koshiguruma, although Inagaki has rolled through, and they are being broken because they are in the ropes. By Koshiguruma, I of course mean headlock throw, but you know, judo names make me sound smarter. Checked kick there from Joep and a nice counter right hand. Good right strike again. He's really having a go here. High kick from Inagaki. Double leg attempt from Joep, and now they are in the ropes. Inagaki palm strike from Yoop. Knee to the inside thigh, another palm strike. I don't think Inagaki was ever in UWF or PWFG, because in the early publicity photos for Pancrase, he is bald as a young boy, so it is my belief that he was the young boy of the OG young boy of Pancrase. Hard low kicks from Joep van der Ven, and Joep just punched Inagaki in the face, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't going to kill him." I don't know why he's Russian, but he is. Whatever. Inagaki looks alright. Yeah, he seems to be fine. But yeah, he buckled Joep's leg with one of those low kicks. So maybe those will work out for him later in the fight. Oh, he's thinking about low kicks. High kick from Inagaki. Inagaki is working here. Stabbing front kick. Hard pimp slaps. Van der Ven's slinging in pimp slaps. Nice knee from... Inagaki. Inagaki's trying for the headlock throw. Lateral drop from Joep van der Ven. Nice Uranagi. Back throw. Joep's trying to dig a choke in here, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it. He does not have the back of Inagaki correctly. He doesn't even have a single hook, and in fact he's just going to dive over trying for the choke. Inagaki, however, does have seriously suspect choke defense at this point in his career. He's trying to peel off that hand. In fact, he's managed to do that. Oh, they're being stood up, and Inagaki has blood coming out of his mouth. Alright, still fighting. Hard low kick from Inagaki, and oh, he's fucking angry. He's going hard on Joep van der Ven's head. He's tried to headlock throw him, but he slipped over the mullet of Joep van der Ven, prevented Inagaki from getting that full lock, and so he slipped up on that throw and is now face down with Joep on his back. Joep doesn't look like he knows particularly what to do with this wrestling ride, although he's doing a good job of keeping Inagaki down. Oh, Inagaki tried to turn back into him. I don't know if he's got guard here, but doesn't matter. So they've been stood up because they're in the ropes. Fightle! Oh shit! Inagaki's just fucking trying to murder Joep. Good knee to the face there by Inagaki. Hard low kicks. Joep's trying for that headlock throw again, but Inagaki has sat back and is going to prevent that throw. Although he does look in a bit of an awkward spot. Alright, he's finished the escape. He's trying for an armbar here. Although his knees are not pinched, Joep might be able to escape out the back here. Inagaki could switch to a rear triangle, but I don't think he will. He's trying to separate. Oh, he's separated the arms, although Joep's got his elbow back. Escape. So Joep grabbed the ropes. No speaking. Fightle. Front kick from Inagaki. Hard low kick again. Oh, another hard low kick. Joep's thrown one back, and they're obviously working. Oh, Joep does not look happy. Cheeky stomp from Inagaki. And Joep has decided that he is staying down from those hard low kicks that appear to have finished the job. That is the end of the match. Inagaki is your winner and is now 1-1 in Pancrase. And he looks a little bit unhappy. Alright, next match. Our second Dutchman in a row, Bas motherfucking Rutten. Coming out to some rock, not to The Bird Is The Word or any sort of Euro techno, which is unexpected. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I have a sneeze brewing, and so I don't know when that will happen, or even if it will. So here comes Bas with Glovis in his corner, and Glovis has got a camera. And I don't know what superhero Bus has on his shirt, but it's a pretty fucking cool shirt. And Bus just jumps up to the side of the ring. Not something I would do. Hurting yourself on the way to the ring is one of my sort of biggest fears when it comes to fighting. I honestly don't care what happens once I'm in there, but if I fuck myself up on the way in, I'd be so embarrassed. It is the bemulleted Yusuke Fuke that Bus is fighting today. And Bus has some rough looking shin pads. He's got white sock shin pads with knee pads, and he's got duct tape securing them to his legs. He's also wearing the classic pink Muay Thai shorts that he wore for his first few Pancrase fights. Fuke's got a great satin red jacket and a horrendous mullet. But after all, the 80s didn't finish their time in Japan until about 1995, so mullets are to be expected. Young, handsome El Guapo. And Takaku Fuke, for some reason inexplicably known as Yusuke. A lot of guys in the UWF and PWFG just decided to change their first name for no discernible reason. None of the big stars, though, like Nobuhiko Takada is, of course, Nobuhiko Takada. Akira Maeda is, of course, Akira Maeda. Suzuki and Funaki use their first names, but Takahashi and Fuke and Ken Shamrock. Ken was, of course, the world's most dangerous Wayne at this time. Checking Fuke's Pancrase branded shin guards. Pancrase. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, little hand touch from the boys. And this isn't actually Fuke's first fight against a kickboxer. He'd had one in the PWFG. He's in on that single leg and he's finished it. And Bus is trying for that guillotine choke. But Fuke is round the side and Bus will not be able to finish that here. He's doing a good job of trying to get his hips away, but he's not going to be able to finish that, and Fuke has popped his head free. Fuke's gone to scarf hold, then back. Bus is working a forearm in Fuke's face, and Fuke's turned him away from the ropes. Either, well, I don't know if it was by design, but it's worked out alright. Stepped over to mount, and swung around to the other side for an armbar, has Yusuke Fuke. And he's hyperextending Bus's arm. Bus is trying to get free, and he's dragging Fuke across the fucking ring to grab the ropes. What a great fucking moment. And that is the second rope escape in all of Pancrase. In for the double leg again goes Fuke. And Bus is trying for that guillotine once again. Fuke is punching him in the body. Bus is throwing knees from the bottom. And Bus is trying real hard on that guillotine. You can see the veins in his arms popping out, but he's not going to finish it from the bottom of side control. He's stiff-arming Fuke away. And Fuke is trying for an armbar, but he's missed Bus's elbow, and Bus has managed to stand up. And a big fucking knee. Fuke's in on that double leg attempt. Bus has grabbed the guillotine and kneed him right in the fucking liver. And down goes Fuke in considerable pain. And he doesn't seem to be able to get up. And there it is. The ref has waved it off, and Fuke's liver is now foie gras. I'm sure he still experiences phantom pain from that knee strike even today. And Bus is doing fucking cutters. Alright, next match. Yanagisaga Ryushi, only a month removed from being put in a coma by fucking Bus Rutten, is returning to the Pancrase ring, because that's how things were done in the old days. If you've still got 4 limbs and remember your own name, Japan will demand that you be in the ring. Hell, remembering your own name is optional. Hell, 4 limbs is optional. Pancrase doesn't care, not Pancrase, Japan doesn't care. Get back in the ring, says Japan. Upbeat J-Rock is Yanagisawa's walkout song. And he looks very serious. He's actually kind of Inoki-esque. He's got a big chin like the Japanese star himself. And a fairly awful looking haircut. And he's up against the star himself, Funaki Masakatsu. This is Funaki's original walkout song, not as good as Red Zone, the one that would serve him later in his career. And he seems to be waiting a while in the wings, letting the crowd build up their anticipation of the man himself, Masakatsu Funaki. Oh, here he comes, wearing a pretty sick robe and a headband. The robe declares him to be the king of strong style. So I guess he had that name well before Shinsuke Nakamura took it. And he's wearing his black trunks with the little Japanese flag on them. And unlike many of the other Japanese fighters, Funaki does not have a horrendous mullet. He has gone for the ponytail instead. So Funaki, of course, is coming off the loss, the upset against Ken Shamrock at Yes We Are Hybrid Wrestlers 1. And as I said before, Yanagisawa had his brain turned to mush by Bas Rutten. So of course, Funaki's really got something to prove here. He's got to assert his dominance as the hardest man in Pancrase, not just the dude who gave Bob Buckland a black eye back in the UWF. Alright, here we go. Oh, Funaki's moving well. Trade of kicks. Winging slap from Funaki. Hard body kick. Oh, and kick sweep here, but they've called it a down.
3, 4, 5.
Alright, the back up. Body kick from Funaki and a hard right hand. Funaki's winging in right hands here. He's got a hold of a nice clinch. Knee to the body, knee to the head from Funaki. Another knee to the head. Bitch slaps. Another knee. Ankle pick. Nice takedown from Funaki there. Punch to the body. Funaki's backstepped into a knee bar. Yanagisawa's trying to set up into him. Funaki's switched to a toe hold. Yanagisawa's kicking his leg straight to defend it. So Funaki's passed it across and caught a heel hook. Holy fuck, that was smooth. Oh god. Those transitions were so good, and something is wrong with Yanagisawa's knee, but he's decided to stand up and keep fighting anyway. Alright, still fighting here. Trade of kicks. Bitch slaps from Funaki. Double leg attempt from Funaki. He's missed that. He's gone to a clinch and used a body throw. Thrown Yanagisawa down like a bitch. Backstep again into a knee bar. Yanagisawa's trying to defend it. Funaki's passed it under the arm, and look at the angle of fucking Yanagisawa's leg. Okay, Yanagisawa's leg has received some fucking murder today, and Funaki has asserted his dominance once again as the badass man who founded Pancrase. Good lord, that transition to heel hook was smooth. Right, next fight. Tiger Waito. Coming off his loss against Yusuke Fuke. First, managing to weather that storm from that really nice scarf hold armbar, and then that really great armbar that Fuke caught on him where, when Vernon tried to defend it, he ended up standing on his head while tapping. He's coming out to Don't Call It a Comeback. Or is it Insane in the Brain? It's Insane in the Brain, my bad. Young, lean Vernon White before he himself got on the Ken Shamrock diet of chicken, broccoli, and allegedly Diana Ball. And here comes young, unstoppable Minoru Suzuki. Coming out to Midnight Hallelujah by, I can't remember her name. Well, it's something Japanese, and I butcher the pronunciation anyway. I think it's Akihiro or something, but I could be very wrong. Oh, walking Minoru to the ring is a very fresh-faced Kiyoma Kunioku. Oh, Suzuki's getting himself psyched up. And wearing his trademark towel over his head, which is a look that has stayed with him up to and including his current career in New Japan. There's Tiger. Alright, interesting thing about Minoru Suzuki and Masakatsu Funaki. I always thought that Suzuki was the better storyteller in his wrestling, especially in their later careers. Suzuki has adapted to the sort of modern New Japan style quite well, whereas Funaki is sort of king of fucking shoot style. I think, compared to Takada and Maeda and everybody else back in the day, watching Funaki matches, yeah, you see some real cool shit, especially that Funaki-Takada match from the UWF. However, Suzuki, I believe, has had the better pro wrestling career, even if Funaki was the better fighter in the end. Young, handsome Minoru Suzuki. Look at those cheekbones. Could cut glass with them. Not like a modern-day crazy uncle Minoru Suzuki. I'm sure if Suzuki grew his hair out and stopped being so fucking weird, he'd still be handsome, but, you know, whatever. Alright, here we go. Suzuki's trying to walk down Vernon White. And Vernon White's front kicking, thinking about spinning. Body kick from Suzuki. Good check from Vernon White. Skipping body kick from Vernon. Spinning back kick. Suzuki caught it and finished the takedown. Now he's on Vernon. Vernon's T-Rexing with his defense, just gripping his hands together and staying very tight. Oh, and he's grabbed the ropes. He said, fuck this, I am not being on the ground with this man. Smart decision. Skipping high kick from Vernon, low kick from Suzuki. Spinning back kick to the leg by Vernon White. Hug tornado. Low kick from Vernon. Spinning back kick again from Vernon, but he's not putting enough sting on these. He tried for that spinning back kick again, and Suzuki closed the distance. Gone to quarter Nelson here, switching it to an armbar. Nice sort of catch wrestling shit here. Oh, back to a half Nelson. I am a massive fan of the half Nelson at the moment. It is a very useful technique, especially with back control or trying to pass a guard. If you can grip a half Nelson on somebody, you can really control them quite well. You limit a lot of their movement, as you can see here by Minoru Suzuki's use of said move. Oh, and Vernon White has reached his toe out and touched the ropes for the escape, because he cannot be asked being on the ground with Suzuki. Oh, faked low kick from Suzuki. Very measured striking here. White spinning like a washing machine here. Traded low kicks. White tried to set up a spin again there. Spin again there. High crescent kick, but Suzuki has walked straight through it into the takedown. One of the problems with spinning techniques is if you don't have enough space, you get taken down. All right, Suzuki's gone to an armbar attempt. Switch to neck scissors, and it is a crooked neck scissors. You can see Suzuki is standing on his head to increase the torque as he turns Vernon's head most of the way around, and Vernon has tapped. And your winner, Minoru Falcon Suzuki. Don't feel too bad, Vernon White. I don't even know if Ken Shamrock used that. Alright, next fight. Kazuo Takahashi. Coming out to his OG Pancrase theme, which was quite good. Some Euro techno here. Something you could be eating a lot of pingers too. Not that I condone that, of course. But hell, it was the 90s. Everybody was probably off their mind with ecstasy whenever they made up any song of this sort of genre. So yeah, Takahashi, I believe he had a couple of matches in the UWF and had a few shoots in the PWFG against, one against a Thai kickboxer, had a couple of very nice shoot style matches. Takahashi was actually quite a good shoot style competitor. And here comes Ken Shamrock to, I don't know, but I'm just going to call this his stripper theme. Because early in Ken's career, in order to make ends meet, he did work as a male dancer. I do not have the body for that, so I'm definitely not disparaging that way of earning money. And hell, if you're Ken Shamrock, that's one way to do it. Alright, Ken's ready to go. And Christ almighty, is he a big dude. Like, Takahashi was probably the largest of the OG Pancrase boys in terms of muscle mass. And Ken looks like he outclasses him by a fair bit. Takahashi's got an alright mullet here. His later career mullet was heinously bad. Ken, however, outgrew his mullet in PWFG, but that thing was a thing of beauty. Not as good as Bart Vales, but it looked great when he dragon suplexed people. Or is it? No, he didn't have a dragon suplex. He had a double, had a full Nelson suplex, and that with his mullet, the way he threw his head back when he threw that full Nelson suplex, looked absolutely great. patented Ken Shamrock death stare at the stare down. All right, here we go. Body kick from Shamrock. Inside low from Takahashi. Long body punch, palm strikes from Shamrock. Whew. Good strike there. Ken Shamrock's trying to land a knee. Single leg from Takahashi. And he's picked Ken Shamrock up and thrown him like a bitch. Although, immediate escape from Ken Shamrock and he's spun to Takahashi's back. Now, people say that that is a reason why this fight was a work, because Ken Shamrock was getting taken down easily. The thing about Ken Shamrock and his striking is he threw it with significant abandon. Gift wrap from here. Oh, that's a very uncomfortable position to be in. Would be worse if there were, like, proper ground and pound allowed, but as it is, it's just not a great spot to be for old Kazuo Takahashi. And I think Ken's going to try and switch to an arm triangle. In fact, that seems to be what he's trying to do here. Still, people say that Takahashi being able to take down Ken Shamrock like that was a reason why this fight was a work. Those people are fucking wrong. The way Ken Shamrock struck was with reckless abandon, because he believed he could stop anybody's takedowns, whereas Takahashi was a very good wrestler. Oh, nice arm triangle from Ken here, and Takahashi has grabbed the ropes. So Takahashi would be able to take Ken down if Ken was out of position to defend his hips. People also talk shit on Ken Shamrock striking. I believe it was actually quite good, especially for the time. He was a true mixed fighter. When it came that he relied on his striking... Ooh, another nice double leg, see? He timed that underneath the right hand of Ken Shamrock. Alright, Takahashi spun to the back here. He's using a wrestling ride, trying for a sort of... No, it's not a gotch toe hold, just a rear sort of ankle-picking toe hold to turn Ken over. Ken is trying to sit out on the leg and has a small cut opened up on his nose. No one makes Ken Shamrock bleed his own blood. Alright, Ken's going to be able to dive through for that toe hold, I think, because Takahashi does not have adequate control. Maybe if Takahashi dug a serious crossface, he might be able to stop Ken. He's trying to pick that toe. Now he's trying to pick on the other toe. And Ken Shamrock's going to roll here. Oh no! Takahashi's managed to recover his leg and work to crossface. Hard crossfaces from Takahashi. Those are almost strikes, the way he's sliding his... Oh, Ken's dived through for the toe. And he's got Takahashi in catch wrestling position of spread eagle going for that toe hold. But because they're close to the ropes, they have been stood up. Body kick from Ken. Long bitch slap from Ken too. Takahashi's done a nice job. Good knee, good strikes there, and good front kick from Ken Shamrock. But yeah, when Ken Shamrock had the threat of his wrestling, his striking worked really well, because the other person would be scared of his getting taken down by the muscle monster that was Ken Shamrock. However, when his wrestling became no longer a threat, because his knees and his neck were fucked from all this time in the WWE, his striking looked worse and worse as he came to rely on it more. Mind you, he did knock out Alexander Otsuka, so there you go. And that beating he put on Kazuyuki Fujita before his heart started exploding was a pretty good beating too. Good palm strike from Ken there. Snapped Takahashi's face around. Right from Takahashi, and he's trying to get an... Ooh, good knee from Takahashi. In the clinch there, Ken's working a... Ooh, he's got a whizzer, and he's going to tuck and roll for the knee bar. The Lion's Den throw combination, my personal favorite. Using that overhook Uchimata throw to set up a leg entanglement. Takahashi is trying to leg lock Ken here, but they're going to be stood up. because of the proximity of the ropes. Watch a lot of Lion's Den, guys. They all try that overhook throw to rolling knee bar combination. High kick from Ken Shamrock. Low kick. 1-2 from Ken. Yeah, you can see Takahashi's tendency to brawl here. Even though he's having success by throwing Ken Shamrock to the ground, he still likes striking far too much. Low kicks and body kick exchange there. Takahashi swung up high. Good bitch slaps. Another double leg from Takahashi. Again, nicely timed as Ken Shamrock was committing to a right straight. Ken's gone belly down, showing his wrestling roots, and Takahashi's digging for a choke here. But he does not have hooks, and I think he's only on Ken's face. In fact, he's slipping up, as we can see here. Ken's doing a good job. He's gone 2-on-1. And he's prevented the choke from being sunk in. Takahashi's dive for a fucking toe hold across the back. Such a cool thing to do, even if it does give up position, especially considering he didn't introduce his legs into the equation and is just trying to force it with his arms. Although he's getting pretty close, although Ken's gone to stomp on his other foot, preventing the toe hold from being finished. Alright, he's recovered his leg and Ken has got guard. Alright, Takahashi's trying to pin Ken Shamrock's arm to the ground. Ken's grabbed an arm triangle and rolled Takahashi. And Takahashi's got the ropes. And Ken's in the zone. And Takahashi is moderately unconscious.
Escape.
So they've called that an escape and they're going to let Takahashi come to. And continue fighting because, are you dead yet? No, get back in the ring and fight, says Japan. Alright, Takahashi seems to have remembered where he is, and they're going to give Ken Shamrock a card for holding on to the choke. And Ken's like, oh, whoops, I fucked that up. Fair enough, says Ken. Alright, here we go. Getting ready to continue our match here. Oh, and a yellow card as well. So I don't know which one of those actually... So I think it's just a penalty rather than a lost point. Alright, back at it again. Low kick from Takahashi. Body kick. Bitch slap from Ken. Ken is walking Takahashi down, keeping him up against the ropes. Low kick from Takahashi. Counter bitch slap from Ken Shamrock. Cuffing strike. Overhook throw from Ken. Nice defense to the throw by Takahashi, but Ken can transition like a motherfucker and is now on his back. But yeah, that whizzer throw and the use of the whizzer is one of Ken Shamrock's favorite techniques. If you remember at Yes We Are Hybrid Wrestlers 1, he reversed a takedown from Masakatsu Funaki by using that whizzer and took top, which led to the eventual finish. Oh, he's trying for another of those fucking arm triangles. Takahashi is not in a good way. Escape! Alright, I think that's actually Takahashi's last point, or maybe second last. Alright, starting again. Counter by Ken Shamrock, and Takahashi is down. Counter right straight off a naked low kick from Takahashi. And it knocked Takahashi's equilibrium off, as you could tell by the retarded way he tried to stand up afterwards. Lead bitch slap by Ken. Body kick. Trade of kicks. Gotta love it. And of course, this has not stopped Takahashi. He still wants to brawl. Because after all, to paraphrase Ken Shamrock, he was a big old boy who didn't give a fuck. Ooh, cuffing right hand from Shamrock there. Knees in the clinch by Takahashi. Body punch from Ken. They haven't called that a down. They've just called it as a very poor single leg attempt from Takahashi. Ken's going to try for that arm triangle again using a... I think that's quarter Nelson to turn him. Yeah, it's quarter Nelson if it comes up through the armpit that way. Using a quarter Nelson to turn him over. Takahashi is defending it as best he can. He's managed to recover his arm. Ken's trying to force it. But Takahashi's doing his best to keep his arteries open. And using his forearm in Ken's face. Ken's tried for an armbar from Mount and has missed it, and Takahashi's jumped on a knee bar. Awesome transition from the obviously woozy Takahashi. He's trying to switch to a toe hold here. He doesn't have a triangle on Ken's legs, although he is forcing that toe hold and he's trying very hard. Ken's going to switch to a straight ankle lock. Takahashi's not using his body to finish the hold. He's trying to force it with his arms. And Ken's working sort of an inverted ankle lock here. Alright, Ken's trying to pass the leg across and switch to a heel hook. Oh, he's got the heel hook. Takahashi looks in pain, but he's managing to hit the spin out of it slowly. He's nearly out. A break, because they're in the ropes. Takahashi has managed to avoid catching the ropes for his final point. Although his knee might be in a little bit of trouble. In fact, he does look a little bit wobbly on it. Alright, we're back at it. Takahashi's walked himself into the corner. Beach slap from Ken. Hard knees from Ken. Stiff arm into high kick from Ken like a roided Speedo wearing Peter Aerts. Lead slap that has wobbled Takahashi, and Takahashi is limping on that leg. He's tried for a single, but Ken has sprawled on him and taken top position. Ken's tried for an arm triangle here. And Ken switched to leg lock attack. He's got a triangle with his legs, and he's yanking across the leg of Takahashi. Oh, he's got that heel. Feet aren't supposed to turn that way, and Takahashi has tapped. That is the end of that match and the end of Pancrase. Yes, we are hybrid wrestlers number 2. Takahashi is very sore, very tired, and receiving a lot of attention. And Ken Shamrock is a very happy man. That was a fucking great event. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you all next time.